There is a moment when even the smallest thing becomes impossible, not difficult, impossible. A sock, a question, a look, a sound. This episode is about that moment, about what overload really is and why collapse is not caused by one last thing. It is caused by everything that came before. Hello, and welcome back to the William Gomes Podcast. I am William Gomes, and I am grateful to have you here. Overload is often misunderstood as excess, too much noise, too many demands, too many feelings. But overload is not about quantity, it is about capacity. Every nervous system has a limited ability to process experience, and experience arrives from many directions at once. There is sensory load, the hum of lights, the scrape of chairs, the weight of clothing, the buzz of a room that never quite settles. There is emotional load, managing feelings, reading others, holding disappointment, frustration, fear without letting it spill. There is cognitive load, tracking instructions, remembering rules, switching tasks, holding information in mind while more arrives. And there is social load, watching faces, guessing expectations, performing acceptability, monitoring power. None of these loads are dramatic on their own, but together they accumulate. This is demand saturation, the point at which the system is already full and something else arrives anyway. Now let us return to Leo. It is late afternoon. Nothing bad has happened. There has been no argument, no crisis, no single overwhelming event. But Leo's system has been carrying sensory noise, social effort, emotional restraint, and constant adjustment since morning. By now, his capacity is gone, not reduced, gone. And then someone says very gently, can you just, that word just lands on a system that has nothing left. The body does not respond with logic, it responds with impossibility. Adults often say, but it's such a small thing. And they are right, but the system is not reacting to the size of the request. It is reacting to the absence of capacity. This is why small things suddenly become impossible. Not because the person won't, but because there is nothing left to give. Cumulative stress works quietly. There is no alarm. When the threshold is crossed, the nervous system does not announce that it is nearly full. It simply continues until it cannot. And when it cannot, the shutdown looks sudden, but it never was. This is why rest alone is not enough. Rest without safety does not restore capacity. A body can be still and still be braced. A child can be in bed and still scanning for threat. Recovery requires not just the absence of demand, but the presence of safety. Safety tells the nervous system it can stop monitoring, it can stop holding, it can stop performing. Only then does capacity begin to return. This is why telling someone to calm down or take a break so often fails, because the system is not exhausted, it is overwhelmed, and overwhelm resolves through relief, not instruction. Why does this matter? Because when we misunderstand overload, we blame the last thing, the sock, the question, the tone, and we miss the invisible accumulation that made collapse inevitable. But when we understand overload as saturation, we stop asking, why can't you do this one thing? And start asking, what has this system been carrying all day? That shift changes everything. It replaces urgency with compassion. It replaces pressure with protection. And it reminds us that capacity is not a character trait, it is a state, one that must be protected if we want it to last. Thank you for listening. This is the William Gomes Podcast. Take care of yourself, stay curious. And if you found this episode helpful, you're very welcome to follow, share, leave a comment or a rating. I'll speak with you again soon